In this video, we will talk about the second group of cardiac abnormalities that cause right-to-left shunt, and which are great arteries transposition and Tetralogy of Fallot. And in this group, you need to remember the key symptoms, which are the clubbing of fingertip and toe tips, and polycythemia. Polycythemia, an abnormally high number of red blood cells in the blood, because the body thinks there are deceased red blood cells. So, there will be increased production of red blood cells. First is the Tetralogy of Fallot. It is 5% of congenital heart disease, and most common cyanotic congenital heart disease. Here is pulmonary trunk and aorta, then right ventricle and left ventricle. Between them, there is ventricular septum. There is also infundibular septum. In between, the developing pulmonary trunk and aorta. But, in case of Tetralogy of Fallot, there is anterior superior displacement of infundibular septum. Then there will be many changes. It will look like this.
Sir, what are the changes?
Well, there will be pulmonary stenosis, overriding aorta, right ventricular hypertrophy, and ventricular septal defect.
Sir, as you said that Tetralogy of Fallot is cardiac abnormality. That belongs to second group, causing right-to-left shunt. Then, how right-to-left shunt occurs?
Well, that's a very good question, as there is pulmonary stenosis and right ventricular hypertrophy. Both of these factors are causing increased pressure of right atrium. That results in right-to-left shunt. Now, moving to second cardiac abnormality of second group, and that's transposition of great arteries. As we know that there are two main arteries. One is pulmonary artery, and other is aorta. Normally, from right ventricle, pulmonary artery will arise, but from left ventricle, aorta will arise. Now there is transposition of pulmonary artery and aorta. So, it means, from right ventricle, aorta will arise. From left ventricle, pulmonary artery will arise.
Sir, then what will happen to the circulatory system as a result of transposition of great arteries?
So, as a result of transposition of pulmonary artery and aorta, or transposition of great arteries, blood from right ventricle moves to body tissues, and through venous circulation, blood moves to the right atrium. So, it forms an independent circuit, which is systemic circuit. Now, blood from left ventricle, through pulmonary artery, moves to the lungs, and then, through pulmonary veins, blood moves back to left atrium. So, it also forms an independent circuit, which is pulmonary circuit.
So, sir, we can say that due to transposition of pulmonary artery and aorta, or transposition of great arteries, systemic circuit and pulmonary circuit do not mix.
Yes, class. Now let's revise the key points in Tetralogy of Fallot. Remember Tetralogy of Fallot as 4 fingers of hand, due to the word tera. In Tetralogy of Fallot, tetra means 4. There is pulmonary stenosis, overriding aorta, right ventricular hypertrophy, and ventricular septal defect. And due to pulmonary stenosis and right ventricular hypertrophy, pressure on right side increase, and this causes right-to-left shunt. But in transposition of great arteries, remember the 2 fingers of the hand. Normally, pulmonary artery arises from right ventricle, and aorta arises from left ventricle. But due to transposition of pulmonary artery and aorta, or transposition of great arteries, pulmonary artery arises from left ventricle, and aorta arises from right ventricle. So, this was all. In our next video, we will talk about the third group of cardiac abnormality, which is obstructive lesions, and that includes coarctation of the aorta.
From medical students to seasoned professionals, sqadia.com offers engaging and dynamic content for your educational journey.